Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and today's video is going to be a makeup tutorial on how you can use powder foundation for your everyday makeup. So the makeup that I'm going to do today is going to be very work friendly, very school friendly. It's going to be really appropriate if you're just out and about in the day, you know, doing your chores, going to the grocery store, whatever. It's light, it's easy, and it only takes 5 minutes once you get used to using the powder product. So the foundation that I will be using is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. This is a great lightweight foundation. Unlike other powder foundations, this will not give you the best coverage, but this is a very workable powder foundation. You can definitely build the coverage up, and this will not look cakey or powdery as long as you do all of the steps that I'm going to show you guys. Okay, so let's get started. So first things first, you need to prep your skin. I have already prepped my skin with a little bit of sunscreen, and then I used hydrating mist all over. I used rose water. You can use whatever you have. However, if you have dry skin, or if you live in a climate that is really cold and you know your skin gets really dry, you're going to want to use a proper moisturizer. Just slather it on, and then that's it, and then we can move on to the next step. So because we have applied sunscreen or moisturizer or whatever, so we need to set it in place. To set it, we're gently going to take the powder on a big fluffy brush and just really lightly go over. This is not the actual step that's going to give you coverage or make you look like you're wearing foundation. This is just to set the sunscreen or the moisturizer that you have on. Once you feel like your skin is set and good enough for you to move on to the next step, you're going to take a sponge. You can take a beauty blender, you can take this type of a sponge. This sponge was like this much, and then I put it under tap water, and voila, look at the size of this. It's softer, so much more squishier, and that's what I recommend you do. You put it under a tap water, you drain the excess, and then you have this little guy. It's gonna feel wet, but it's not gonna be so wet. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to take my powder and lightly go like this. I'm not twisting it, but as it touches the powder, I'm going to turn the sponge a little bit, and that's going to give us some product. And then I'm going to start. With any foundation, you want to start with the areas that are the most discolored, which are the cheeks and the nose. So I'm just going to press this on the cheeks. You want to make sure that your sponge isn't too wet, otherwise this would look really weird. We're getting there. Slowly. Just patting this on. Also notice that I'm using the bigger end of the sponge because that's going to give it a more natural finish. You can also use a brush like this, but the sponge will give you maximum coverage, and the brush will kind of like give you less coverage. If you want more coverage, you can go for the concealer before and just conceal all the spots that you want concealed, and then move on to the powder foundation. If you're looking for other powder foundations that are great, the MAC Studio Fix powder foundation is amazing. That's like the standard, I think. Bare Minerals is really nice. And what else? I've heard Tarte has an amazing face powder foundation. Milani has an amazing powder foundation for the drugstore. I haven't tried the Maybelline Super Stay powder foundation, but I've been hearing really good things about that too. So, you know, there are some great options available for powder foundations, both at the drugstore and high-end. Now, for some reason, my rosacea looks really good in camera, but it's not in real life. Also, another thing, this is the first step that you are going to do. You do not want to do your eyeshadow before this. You do not want to do your eyebrows. You definitely don't want to do your eyebrows or your mascara before this, because the powder, it will kind of like get everywhere. Wait until you're done with this step, and then you can do the rest of your face. And there you have it. This is my face with the powder foundation on. I do want a little bit more concealing on my dark circles, so I'm going to take this and on the powder I'm going to press it. I'm just going to, it's not instantly concealed, but it's a little bit better, right? So next what I'm going to do is with that I'm going to take the same fluffy brush, but this has no powder on it. I'm going to dust it off like so that it's without any product on it, and then I'm just going to gently start blending. And what this is going to do is that any patchiness it will take away if there's like powder in a spot. So if there's powder that is like fixed in a spot that is just not moving, this will take care of that. There you have it. So we're done with the foundation. Now we're going to move on to blush. And so I'm going to take the Tarte Blush Bliss palette, and I'm probably going to use this shade because I really like this shade. When you're applying blush, what you're going to want to do is you're going to look straight, and then you're going to draw an imaginary line from your pupil, the center of your eye, and your blush should stay on this side of the line. It should not cross the line and come onto this side. That looks really clownish. And so you see that's a very nice flush of color. It doesn't look too intense or clownish. It looks really natural. And if you feel like you still can't see your blush, then I would say trust the process. Maybe it's the lighting, that's why you can't see the blush, but just do it once and then blend it out and then go in better lighting and see if the blush is looking, if the blush is still showing up. However, a lot of the times it is true that, you know, the blushes aren't pigmented. You definitely have to build them up at times. So that could be a reason too. So next I'm going to apply some lipstick. We're going to move on to the eyebrows now. Now for light daily wear, I like to use powder brow products. I'm using these one by ADS. Now this is black. The thing is that even if you have the darkest, blackest eyebrows, you are not going to use the black eyebrow powder. You're going to use a dark brown one, because if you fill them in with the black powder, they're going to look very heavy, very cartoonish almost. So you want to go a shade lighter. So if your eyebrows are black, you're going to use a dark brown powder. If your eyebrows are dark brown, you're going to use a medium brown powder. And like so. So I'm going to dip my brush. You want to probably use a brush like this that is small so that you can easily get into all the areas. And then I'm just going to fill this in like so. And then whatever is left on the brush, I'm going to lightly go over this the start of the brow. So the eyebrows are done, the face is done, the lips are done. Next, you can take a bronzer and bronze up your face. You can also take the same bronzer on the crease of your eyes. I, however, like it like this, and I'm just going to finish off my eyes with a little bit of eyeliner and a little bit of mascara. Okay guys, so this is how my makeup looks once it's finished, and without a doubt, I think you guys can say that the most time-consuming part of this was definitely getting the powder onto your face. However, once you get used to this, you can do it quickly in 3 minutes is all you need. I was doing it slowly because I was talking as well, and then it's just lipstick, blush, eyeliner, mascara, some eyebrows on, and that is it. This is how my face looks. The last step of this whole makeup thing is setting your face. You can use a setting spray, you can use rose water. I am going to use plain water, and we're just going to go like so. And what this is going to do is that this is going to take away that powdery look that you might get from the powder foundation, and it's just going to look really nice and not so powdery. Okay guys, so my powder foundation is kind of drying because I just set it. But anyways, this is it. This is what the look looks like. It's very clean, it's very fresh, it's easy to do, perfect for beginners, perfect for work, for school, for college, doing your daily chores. So do definitely try this look out. Let me know if you guys liked it. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.